Welcome back to Coast Outdoor Adventures. I'm Andrew. Thank you for tuning in. In this second installment of my backpacking trip in Georgia, I'm left tending the fire while Ron goes to check on our friends Josh and Bruce. We enjoy a nice night around a campfire with good conversation. But with the weather forecast changing from bad to worst, we are forced to change our plans and camp in a shelter to avoid the oncoming storm. Stay tuned to see how the rest of this trip panned out. Alright guys, I hear someone coming. Hello? What's the word?
They're coming.
They're making it?
Yeah.
How are they?
Sore.
Sore? Tired? Alright everybody, I'm going to give you an update. So Ron made it back.
I'm alive.
We found our friends. They're here with us. We got Josh.
We're here.
Take my light off here.
We got Bruce.
It's good to be here.
Good to be here. We got that.
Treacherous walk in the dark.
Got that nice fire. It's going good. Everyone's warm, cozy. About to cook dinner. What's on the menu tonight, Ron?
Having Moroccan stew.
Moroccan stew.
Yep.
So Ron, for all of you who don't know, he dehydrates his food at home and makes it for the trails. So that's pretty cool. Moroccan stew. What about you, Josh? What's on the menu?
I think I'm gonna grab I may grab my lasagna tonight.
Lasagna.
I think I'm having shepherd's pie. Do we mix the potatoes in with the shepherd's pie? How does that work?
Cook the Ziploc first,
Yeah.
and then just thicken it with the potatoes.
All right.
Okay.
You wait for the water to boil.
Yep.
Shepherd's pie and mashed potatoes. And me, what am I having?
What are you having? Other than a good time.
I'm always having a good time. I'm having my go-to meal lately, which is Mountain House Pro Pack home-style chicken noodle casserole.
That sounds tasty. The beef stroganoff is awesome.
This is good, folks. This is really good. The thing I like about this, by the way, I ripped the tag off, but it has like 32 grams of like protein, and the one I'm eating tomorrow has like 45 grams. So it's awesome. Love it. Like I need my protein, you know. I need to make my calves big, ripped.
Boy.
I'm a growing boy. As we sit around the fire, enjoy a hot meal and good conversation, I'm reminded of the simple things in life. This is why I love backpacking. Unwinding, unplugging, and being reminded of what really is important in life.
Not as much as Smokies. Smokies, man, I loved. That was my first trip. Was doing the Smokies.
The Smokies are pretty.
It's awesome. I was
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it. Would you call the Smokies easy?
There are sections of it that are, but there are sections of it that'll kick your tail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one right up above Gatlinburg?
Yeah.
Portions trail is a portion of the trail is that? Well, that's that's
Klingman's Dome.
Yeah, Newfound Gap.
Newfound Gap.
Because that's what we went Newfound Gap down to Fontana.
I mean, Klingman's Dome is the highest elevation on the entire AT, which is crazy to me to think that higher than Katahdin.
Really? I was thinking it was a little below that.
No. Klingman's Dome is the highest elevation ever on the AT.
And you may have 20 feet on each side of the trail where it drops off.
Yes.
You're walking that apex.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gorgeous. And then you hit those big grassy meadows up on top of the mountains.
I love it.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I did that one time, and it was oscillating back and forth. It went sleet and snow, and it was very foggy, and you've got this much trail with those drop-offs.
Yeah.
What's that trail we did? Or that trip we did? That was in the Smokies? I thought it was in the Smokies.
We did two. The one we did a couple of years back, we went from Newfound Gap south to Fontana.
Yeah.
I can't remember how long ago that was. We hiked up
Some bald.
from Fontana. We hiked up the AT to Donon, and then the AT continued on to the right. But we took a left and went up to Gregory Bald. That's probably my least favorite trip. Like that trip just.
But that trip was memorable though.
Yeah. No matter how
Because
much you want to forget.
because it sucked.
Your least favorite just because of that.
Just so we got up to the top, turned left, start going, and we started hitting snow. I mean, it was pretty, but man, it was cold. And then, of course, in the Smokies, you have to camp at certain campsites.
Exactly.
So we got to the campsite, and I mean, that wind, it was just horrendous.
I remember, I think it was our second night. I don't remember what the campground was now, but the mice were so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
They're bad everywhere.
Oh, but in the shelter, especially in the Smokies, because you have to stay in the shelter.
Exactly, and it's just.
And so they, man, one night, that night, that night where we were, there was a bear box outside. They had one of the big steel boxes.
Okay, yeah.
And so we put our bags in those, and we hung our packs inside of the shelter. They had the ropes with the limb on it, the T-hook or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'd all just hung our packs in the shelter, and we're asleep, and all of a sudden we hear one of the packs drop. It hits the ground. We turn a light on it. By the time it hits the ground, we turn a light on it. There's like 10 or 15 mice scurrying on top of this pack trying to get in. And
Yeah.
then
The mice are horrible.
After that, all night long,
I heard.
you're laying on those big platforms, and man, all night long I just felt mice running all across me.
Good morning, everyone. We are all packed up. We're all soaking wet. We're in our rain gear. It rained. What time did the rain come in? 4:30 this morning, 5 o'clock. I woke up to the sound of pitter patter on the tent. And so the weatherman was not in our favor today, so we got a change of plans. We're gonna hike 3.5 miles to Carter Gap. Ron had to correct me. Carter Gap Shelter. Huh? And that's 3.5 miles away. We're gonna stay in that shelter, and then we're gonna hike out tomorrow. That way we'll have less miles to go, soaking wet in the rain, and a shelter over our heads sooner rather than later. So the sun's out. Yeah, the sun's always out. So stay tuned. We're about to pack up and head out of here. Head on to Carter Gap Shelter. Carter Gap Shelter. What's up? So we just took off from our campsite. Just got 3.5 today with our changed itinerary, like I said earlier. But man, I wanted to say, even though it rained on us and everything's soaking wet and makes everything pretty much miserable, like, if you asked me to go next weekend and the forecast was rain, I'd be there. That's how much I love backpacking, especially when you're with your best friends and good people. You just make memories that you'll never forget. I mean, you'll talk about these trips when you're old and gray. Well, I'm already gray a little bit and kind of old, but when I'm older and grayer. So guys, girls, if you've never gone backpacking, you can even rent the stuff from REI. You don't even have to buy anything. Just go rent it, get out there for a weekend, or just an overnighter. Try it out. And then if you do and you hate it, let me know in the comments. Or if you do and you love it, let me know that too. Catch y'all later. So we've gone 1.8 miles out of 3.5.
Yep.
So halfway there.
Average speed 2.3 miles per hour.
Average speed 2.3. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby.
Be there in another 45 minutes.
About that long.
Stay tuned. So, just a minute ago, I made the comment, I hope we get there soon, because this is all the water I got left. But look at this. Natural spring. Voila! Let's taste it. It's pretty good water. Better than filtered water. Now, let's see if I have stomachache later.
Be a different video later.
I doubt I will, folks. All right, everyone, we are here at the shelter. We just arrived. It's a little, watch out, let me adjust the angle on that. So we just got here. It's a little short trail to the shelter, so in just a minute I'll get there and I'll show it to you. Oh yeah, here it is. And it's starting to rain heavier. Alright, here we go. This is the shelter right here.
And unfortunately it's in the level, but
Right there. I'll turn you around to show you the inside. Here it is. Here's the shelter. Gonna have a dry night tonight. No rain. Thankful for that. Yeah. So we just got this platform to sleep on. We're gonna come up here, hang all of our wet stuff on the rafters and stuff, let them dry out. So the time, what time is it, Ron?
It is 1:45.
1:45, and we left the other camp at noon. So it took us 1 hour and 45 minutes to hike 3.6 miles. But in all fairness, it was a pretty easy part of the trail. Stay tuned. So everybody is now at the shelter. Josh, Bruce rolled in about 30 minutes or so after we got here. So say hello, Ron.
Hello, Ron. Yeah.
That's Bruce. That's Bruce being clever. But yeah, this is the platform, kind of where we're gonna sleep. And we're out of the rain, and we got a fire going. So we strap the tarps up so we can sit by the fire and not get rained on if it starts raining later. And we have a fire. So even though the wood was soaking wet, we got one going. We're gonna have a good evening. What's up, everybody? So we're filtering water. So we have enough water to cook dinner with tonight, make coffee in the morning. We had to hike. It's a little downhill trail. Goes up there, probably maybe 50, 60 feet in elevation change. But this little stream here is what we're getting water out of. You can see somebody put a leaf there to make a little overflow. And Ron, so genius that he's letting the water fill up one Nalgene and then filtering from that Nalgene into another Nalgene. That way you're not getting any mud and dirt and stuff. Or you're getting less anyway. Cleaner water to filter from the beginning. As you can see in the video, It's just kind of drizzling. You can see the rain. It's really just fog that's making everything nice and moist. But I'm gonna get off this video and help my buddy out, so catch y'all later. Doing, Ron?
Reading the trail log.
Reading the trail log. Let's hear it. Let's hear an entry. Story time.
Boombox was here, but the boombox needed to charge, so no tunes.
Boombox was here, but the boombox needed to charge.
But Disco was here with Boombox. It was the last day of Disco's section, and he was sad to go.
Anything else?
There's a very artistic drawing. I'm not sure what exactly. Kind of has a Blair Witchy feel to it.
Yeah.
You know.
These are illustrations?
Oh yeah.
This is the trail log. So every shelter, if you don't know, has a notebook where anyone who stays here can make an entry, say whatever they want to say.
Jolly Rancher was moving up to the 100-mile mark. Good. So
Probably 100 miles till he's finished, Mark.
100 miles. So Albert Mountain, on top of Albert Mountain at the observation tower.
Yeah.
That's the 100-mile mark from when people start at Springer. That's
Really?
Yeah, it's one of those big milestones. You hit your first 100.
Wow. I didn't know that. Because Georgia is 75 miles. So we're 25 miles into North Carolina when you hit Albert.
Heart Rocks is enjoying the views while daydreaming about a burger in Franklin. So evidently Emily, aka Smoky, like the bear, had a day like we did. She was hunkering down here for the day to try to stay dry.
So guys, I don't know if I've told you this or not, but the weather forecast is 100% chance of rain tomorrow and is going to dump 2 to 3 inches. So thank God we are in this shelter and can get packed up in the dry, but we are gonna hike out of here nice and soggy.
So I would not want this trail name.
What trail name?
Shit show.
Shit show? Yeah, that's not a good... There's a lot of other better trail names than Shit Show.
Where that came from?
What's your trail name, Ron?
Depends on the day, man.
Well,
Hey, this could be yours, Bloodbeard.
it's Billy Goat. Your trail name is Billy Goat.
You gave me that.
Yeah. My trail name is
Faceplant.
Faceplant. That's my Christian trail name. My non-Christian trail name is Dirty Ball Wardlaw.
Dirty Ball.
I just said my last name on YouTube. Now everybody's gonna be searching me up.
All 52 of them.
All 52 of them. We awoke rested and glad to be in a shelter. We hurried and made coffee and breakfast, said goodbye to our new friend Bo, and headed off for what would be the last day of this adventure. We ready?
All right, yeah.
Get home safe.
We should be pretty much all downhill today. It's only about a half mile. All right, man. That's
All right.
dude.
Yeah, nice meeting you guys.
All right, see ya. Let you be in the front. So, 3 hours? 2.5? 2.5 if it's all downhill.
Remember it, take a right, go to the road, take a left. Yep.
That's it. What's up? So this is day 3. It's Sunday and it's raining. Man, last night in the shelter, I'm glad we were in a shelter. The rain, I think, was they anticipated like 2 to 3 inches of rain, and it was, you woke up in the middle of the night to just torrential downpours. Rained all night long, so very glad we're in a shelter. But we got 6.5 miles today, and it's going to be a quick 6.5 miles because it's all downhill, so maybe 2.5 hours we'll be at the truck, so y'all stay tuned. So we just crossed that river along that bridge, and we are to the road now. There's the sign for Laurel Falls and Timber Ridge Trail. It's the Forest Service Road. We're gonna have to follow this for about 3.5 to 4 miles. So following this and getting to the car. What you think?
I think I gotta pee.
Ron's gotta pee, everybody. All right, so Ron is a little fibber. He told us, he said that we had 6.5 miles today. We just passed 7 miles and we're not to the car yet. So maybe 7. Maybe 7.5. We're here at the car. Turns out it was 7.5 miles instead of 6.5. We made it.
Yeah,